and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift Worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift Worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift Worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Okay, welcome to the video 5K. We've got quite a few people on video. We've got 10 seconds to go. So off we go and enjoy your race, everybody. We've got some of the usual crew and some new people as well. So we're just going to see who gets into the lead and we shall start following them. Well, John Heppelwhite is out in front almost. Well, we've got Kalza from Canada. But he and Bob de Boer as well. So there's John Heppelwhite. John Heppelwhite is we haven't got any placings just yet because we need to get out of the gate. So the race hasn't even started yet. What happens with these things is that you need to run 200 meters before you actually get out of the gate, and then the race starts. Noah says hello. Buenaventura says hello. Ben, the Techno Gym treadmill, beautiful. Yeah, I'm not running on it though. I've done my marathon today. We're watching everyone else today. Right, so John Heppelwhite in first place at the moment out of 25 runners that we have. Henrik George in second place. And then we've got some runners who've got their video on, some runners who haven't got their video on. Naughty, naughty. There is Henrik George. So John Hepplewhite is starting with a heart rate of 162, steps per minute 169. He's wearing blue on the stream and blue in Zwift. We're running in Paris, as we always do. We might change it up at some point, but at the moment we're sticking with Paris. So John Hepplewhite from the Nottingham area of the UK. And is going to be caught in a minute by Henrik George, who is putting in a bit of an effort. So Henrik George in second. Henrik is from Denmark. We've got Buenaventura watching the stream. He was going to take part, but I think he's had some problems getting on. We were hoping to have a race between Leo Loughran and Dan Mapp today, but both of them are not able to join for a variety of reasons. The pressure got to them both, so they couldn't join. Second place is Henrik George now. Heart rate of 135, so very comfortable early on. So we've got John in the lead from the UK, Henrik George in second place from Denmark, and Bob de Boer from Switzerland. I think this is the first time Bob's joined us. Bob has just gone into second place, so there's a race between first, second, and third at the moment. Nothing between them. 400 metres into the run. There's Bob. Let me just put him on the big screen. Yeah, lovely treadmill. Bob is using a Techno Gym skill run. I think it's a skill run. Bob does a lot of testing on Zwift. Of his treadmill and the Stride foot pod, and so there he is, nice and comfortable, 500 metres in, and he has gone into first place now. Bob de Boer from Switzerland rounding the Place de la Concorde in Paris. John Hepplewhite in second, Henrik George in third. We've got all three of those guys on video. Fourth place is somebody from oh, now what is that? Is that the Netherlands? Might be the Netherlands flag. We haven't got them on video. Cam. Neil Messenger, though, is in fifth position. We do have Neil, and Victoria is just going to find Neil. So I know a lot of you appreciate Victoria doing all the hard work there, finding everybody. It always helps if you can manage to get your correct name into the Zoom call. Neil has had some problems with lighting, as you can see, but we can just see Neil. We can just see him making a good effort there, running at 4:43 per kilometre, 700 metres in, fifth position, heart rate of 150 beats per minute from the UK. This is Neil Messenger just around the Place de la Concorde, and now onto the path by the River Seine. So we've got the River Seine on the right hand side, Eiffel Tower behind us there, and Neil is getting caught by Gayton Chasen. I think this is the first time Gayton has joined us. So Victoria's going to find Gayton, and we'll go to his avatar. So there's not very much really between second, third, fourth and fifth and sixth. So Gayton, 900 metres in, nearly a kilometre done. Gayton is from Canada, or has the Canada flag. No heart rate, steps per minute 168. Let's just put Gayton on full screen there. Gayton has a 2015 Ironman flag behind him. Currently now in fifth position. 1 kilometre in. Steve Smith says he's had a Zoom fail. Oh, that's a shame. Not to worry, Steve. Sorry about that. Next time. I think Gayton does triathlon. Yes, I think we can safely say that Gayton does triathlon. He's got his medals hanging up there. Very nice treadmill as well. Don't recognise the make, but a nice treadmill, wearing black in real life, wearing black in Zwift. So we've got, let's go back to the front again. We'll just double check what's going on at the front. So we have in first place, 1 beats per minute. Then in second place, just about 4 seconds back, John Hepplewhite running in the blue there. We've got a little bit of a laggy stream from John, but there is John from then we've got our friend from the Netherlands, Jiverkam, in 4th place, no camera. Gayton Chasen in 5th place. Still running along the side of the River Seine. There's Gayton. And then Neil Messenger is in 6th place now. Neil is 6 seconds back on Gayton Chasen and is 29 seconds off the lead. Running at 4:43 per kilometre, so a very decent pace. Very decent pace. Right, and down to 7th place now we've got Paul Deering. So let's go and find Debbie and Paul. Debbie and Paul have got his and hers treadmills side by side. Unfortunately, we need to sort this out. Hang on a minute. We can. Yeah, but now my camera's blocking him out. Hang on a second. No, you've got it right. I've just got it. Hang on. Let me change the camera angle. There's Paul. Okay, so we've got Paul and Debbie side by side. Paul Deering is in 7th position, heart rate of 141, and he is. And they're going. Oh, look, they're going to hold. They were going to hold hands for us there. 1.5 kilometres in, 141 heart rate. Sebastian Volt says, I'm running 9.7 Zwift shows, 8.6 first time with my Mac. Not sure what that means. Mark Samuels looks like he's down a mine. Neil Messenger. Thank you very much, guys. So that's Paul and Debbie. Well done. Steve Smith, unfortunately, has had a Zoom fail, but he is in the race. Hang on a second. Let's just see. Steve Smith was going to join the Zoom call. He is in 8th place. Then we go down. Can we find Amy Green? Is Amy Green easy to find? Okay, so Amy Green runs regularly with us. She is in 11th position. She's first lady though. So 11th position for Amy. Nice light on her face. Heart rate is 160. Amy's from the UK and has also regularly been running with Eddie Izzard in the Eddie Izzard 31 days. 31 marathons in 31 days challenge. Make humanity great again. There's Amy waving at us. Hi, Amy. And she has a heart rate of 161 BPM. 11th place for her. Paul Hayward is in 12th position now. So let's click to Paul Hayward. Sometimes takes a little while to find runners, but there's Paul. So that's why it's useful if you are going to join us for a Film My Run 5K, Film My Run Video 5K, have your name in the Zoom call. But there's Paul in his pain cave. Got the blinds drawn. He's got the lights dimmed low. His heart rate is very good though, 135 BPM for Paul Hayward. Very, very cool and relaxed heart rate as they round the corner, or he rounds the corner and down under the underpass before we turn left onto the Rue de Rivoli. Let's go a bit further back then. We've got two people without video. So Pulio is from Canada and AMT is from the UK. And then we've got Debbie Colville. So back to Paul Deering and Debbie Colville. No, actually, I don't think I have. Hold on, let me find Renee then and see if I can find Renee anywhere. Bob de Boer, John Hepplewhite. Oh, yes. Oh, it is that. That's Renee. We do have Renee from the Netherlands in 4th position. I'm so sorry. I thought we didn't have Renee, but we do. This is Renee. Let's go to Bob de Boer again. So Bob is in 1st place. And he's 2.7 kilometres in now. He's running at 4 minutes per kilometre from Switzerland. Heart rate 167 on his Techno Gym skill run. Beautiful treadmill. Very expensive treadmill as well. Thank you, Ian. Very kind of you. In 1st place, so John Hepplewhite in 2nd place. And John is 24 seconds down. So it looks like, if nothing drastic happens, Bob de Boer is going to get the win. John Hepplewhite is in second, but has to hold off Henrik George, who is in third place and only 5 seconds back. So Henrik George is only 5 seconds away and has his eyes on John Hepplewhite. And then only 3 seconds back from that is René. So René from the Netherlands, 3 seconds behind. So there is a real race on for second, third and fourth place. René is at heart rate of 159, so I'm not sure how that sits for him, whether that's really hard work or not. It's in the red, but I have a feeling he's not set up his heart rate zones correctly. He doesn't look like he's overly stretched just yet. So nearly 3 kilometres in, Bob de Boer in the lead is at 3 kilometres. Gayton Chasen is in 5th place. Gayton is... Gayton doesn't have heart rate, but 166 steps per minute. There's Gayton with his Ironman flag behind and a very nice treadmill and his medals. And then let's just drop back down again. Let's go back to... let's go to Neil Messenger. Okay, so Neil Messenger in 7th place. Sorry if we haven't got to you yet. Right, Neil's holding a cuddly elephant toy, which I'm sure he's going to hold up to the camera in a second. Last week it was pets. This week it could be cuddly toys. So if you've got a cuddly toy you want to show us, then by all means do. Ben says Jason Statham. Who looks like Jason Statham? Which person, Ben, looks like Jason Statham? It could actually be Neil. Neil looks very Jason Statham-esque, although maybe not with a cuddly elephant toy. Jonathan Cost says, well done, Neil. Right, Steve Smith wasn't on camera. Amy Green. So we'll go quickly to Amy Green and then Paul Haywood quickly. Paul Haywood, heart rate of 141 per kilometre. There's Paul. Let's jump back again quickly to Debbie Colville. Debbie Colville running up the Rue de Rivoli now. 157 BPM. Yeah, we're going back. James Downs. James Downs is also running up the Rue de Rivoli. So James is at 2.2 kilometres in 17th position. Well done, James. James' heart rate. James hasn't got heart rate, but that's okay. We'll let him off for the time being. Next time, James. We've got a little bit of a laggy stream. Oh, there it is. It's settled down a bit now. So there's James. Looks like he's in his garage from the UK, running up the Rue de Rivoli, holding his heart. Please don't tell me you're going to have a heart attack, James. Hand on his heart. Blue. He's got a microphone, yeah. A blue top in Zwift and a blue top in real life. So that's James, currently in 17th position. We've got DeVost from Canada in 18th position. Just coming up to overtake James, actually. Then Lusty from Canada, second female. No. And then we've got Oderud, who we have got from Norway, I think, running up the Rue de Rivoli in 20th position. Kay Oderud. We have got Kay. We have got him, definitely. So Victoria's just finding him. We'll get him in a second. There he is. Looks like he's walking, tired himself out. 2.1 kilometres done in 20th position. Well done, Kay. What's his name? KNUT, Nut, from Norway. Heart rate of 134, just having a rest as he walks up and a drink as he walks up the Rue de Rivoli, just being overtaken by Steve Robinson. There's a load of climbing gear in the background there, isn't there? Yeah. Is it Steve Robinson? So Steve Robinson is somebody we haven't seen yet. This is Steve. Nice, well-lit conservatory there. Steve is in 20th position, has just overtaken Oderud. And he is from the UK, heart rate of 137. Looks comfortable. Taking it easy there. I don't know. I haven't checked. I haven't actually got that set up. Marathon today. So that is pretty amazing. Well done to Seb. Right, let's just go to the front because Bob de Boer is going to finish in about 600 metres time. So we're back up the front. We'll come back to the back markers in a little while. Ian says, is there a theme each week? No, not necessarily, although we have had Christmas, and then last week we had pets, and this week it looks like it's cuddly toys. So yeah, we had a good one at Christmas when everyone dressed up, and last week we had quite a lot of hilarity with the real pets. Buenaventura got his little duckling out. That's not a euphemism. He got a duckling and showed it to us, and then everyone else got their pets out. So if you've got a cuddly toy, Neil Messenger has got his cuddly elephant. So if you want to get your cuddly toy out, we'll have a look at that. This is Bob de Boer. Bob de Boer is 400 metres from the finish line. Looks like he's going to win this edition of the Film My Run Video 5K. 45 seconds ahead of Henrik George. So we've got Switzerland in the lead. Then we've got Denmark in second place. And we've got the Netherlands in third place. And the UK in fourth place. And Canada in fifth place. So a very European and North American race today. Brilliant. Bob de Boer does look very comfortable indeed in the lead there. Ian Matthews says fancy dress next week then. Well, mate, if you'd like fancy dress next week, we can do fancy dress if you're into it. Right, Henrik George is in second place. He has 400 metres to go. Bob de Boer has 300 metres to go. There's Henrik George. He's safe in second place, I think, unless René from the Netherlands puts in a massive effort in the last 400 metres. Henrik George has second place sewn up. We'll go back to Bob de Boer for the win. See Bob cross the line. So the line is round here. We go round the Arc de Triomphe. Normally this area of Paris is absolutely full of cars. You can't move for cars on this section of the road, but obviously because everyone's in lockdown, there are no cars out at the moment, so that's why Bob de Boer has a clear run to the finish line. Round he goes. Less than 100 metres to go now for Bob. First place. He's sprinting to the finish line in a time of just over 20 minutes. It's going to be 20 minutes and 30 seconds for Bob de Boer, who wins. Well done, Bob. He's done, and he is. And there's Henrik George coming into second place for the second place position. Heart rate of 162, time of 20 minutes 47, 48, 49, 50 seconds. Any second now. Can he get under 21 minutes? Can he get under 21 minutes? He's just gonna miss it. Second place, 21 minutes anyway. That's fine. Very well done for Henrik. He's in second place. In third place comes René from the Netherlands. René, 100 metres to go to the finish. Heart rate of 164. He's done. 5k for him. Right behind him is John Heppelwhite. A finish for John Heppelwhite. Well done. And Gayton Chasen is coming in as well. Well done, John. Good job. Gayton Chasen. Can we get Gayton quickly? And then we've got a little bit of a gap. There's Gayton just finishing, 100 metres to go. Well done to all the finishers so far. Oh, haven't we? I'm so sorry. Okay, Matt Gould. We've got... Paul Deering has got about a minute, 2 minutes to go. Where's Matt Gould? Okay, Matt Gould. Right. Here's Matt Gould in 17th position, heart rate of 170. Matt, I'm sorry we haven't featured you so far. There's Matt waving at us. Matt is at heart rate of 171, so he is working hard in 17th position, 3.5 kilometres done, and he is from the UK. So we've got quite a smattering of runners today. Germany, Canada, Norway, Denmark, the UK. Where else did we have? Switzerland. Very good. And we may as well have a little look at James Downs, who's just behind Matt Gould there. So James Downs. There's James. James is at 9 kilometres per hour. 3.4 kilometres done. So 1.5k to go for James. Well done. You're doing well, buddy. Keep it up, mate. You'll have lots of camera time at the end. Right. Let's go back up. Paul Deering. Paul Deering is just going to cross the line. He's all right, go on, don't worry, we'll get him. We'll get Paul before he gets to the line. There's Paul just coming up to the finish. And Steve Smith is 40 seconds behind. We don't have Steve on camera. But Paul Deering is going to get 6th position in today's Film My Run 5K. And well done to Paul. He's crossed the line. Steve Smith is coming to cross the line as well. We haven't got Steve on video, unfortunately. Paul raising his hands there. Well done. Debbie has still got a little way to go yet. Steve Smith just coming up to the line. Neil Messenger has a few seconds to go. He's got 200 metres left. Well done to Paul. Keep going, Debbie. There's Neil Messenger in the dark. We've got a little light on Neil. He's still got his cuddly toy. I wonder if is he using the cuddly toy to wipe his head? Wipe the sweat from his face. Leo Loughran says, Stephen, who do we have up top? Bob de Boer won it today. Leo says, sorry for not taking part today, but I'm sure he'll take part another day. No worry. No worries. Yeah, Bob de Boer from Canada won it today. Neil Messenger just rounding the finish now. 100 metres to go. Paul Hayward is 500 metres back. So a minute and a half back. So Neil Messenger, well done. Just coming to the finish with his yellow top on and his cuddly elephant there. Leo says, whoop, Neil. Jonathan Cost says, go on, Debbie. Neil is just about to finish. And there he is. And Paul Hayward now. Paul Hayward has 400 metres to go. Heart rate of 164. He looks like he's trying to put in a bit of an effort now to get to the finish line. Well done. Heart rate of 163. Running pretty good time now. He's running at 4 minutes, just under 4 minutes per kilometre. So that's 14.8 kilometres per hour. Decent speed at the end there for Paul. Steve Smith says, well done, everyone. Sorry we couldn't get you, Steve. Don't worry about it. We'll find you next time. Paul Hayward, 200 metres to go. He's trying to be caught by Chang, who we haven't got on camera. So come on, Paul. Keep him away. Keep him away, Paul. Push, push, push. He's going to do it. 200 metres to go. Chang is right behind him from the UK. But I think Paul is just going to hold him off. I think Chang might have given up now because he's slowed down, 4 seconds down. Stephen Smith says well done to all. So we've got Steve Smith and Stephen Smith. They are two different people. Well done to Paul Hayward, just about to cross the line now. So we'll go back to Amy Green in a minute, who's in... Paul Hayward 9th. Amy Green is whacking up the speed, is she? Paul Hayward was. Okay, Paul Hayward has finished and crossed the line. Well done to Paul. Brilliant job. 9th position for Paul. Amy Green, 12th position. 200 metres to go. Come on, Amy. Well done. Richard Keeley. Richard, all you have to do is sign up to the next event. It's in the Zwift Companion app every Friday at 8:05. Sign up on the Zwift Companion app and you will be able to join the event. Or the only thing you need to do, it's called the Film My Run Video 5K. The only thing you need to do is join the Zoom call, and the details for that are in the description of the race. Amy Green is just finishing in 12th position, heart rate of 164. She's just about to cross the line. Then we'll go to Debbie Colville and Paul Deering again, or Paul has already finished. Come on, Amy, don't get past in the last second. She's done it. She's just made it. Gosh, that was close. She's just finished, just made it before somebody caught her up. I didn't notice who it was. Debbie Colville is 500 metres from the finish. We've got DeVost in front from Canada, but we don't have DeVost on camera. So we've got Debbie Colville with 500 metres to go in 15th position. Heart rate of 176. She is working hard. Well done, Debbie. Keep it going. Kim Salt says, was today's theme cuddly animals? Well, it could have been. Paul Deering, do you have a cuddly toy to show us? And don't say Debbie. Don't say Debbie. Debbie's heart rate, 176, I know. 177 now, with 400 metres to go. Where's the cuddly? Oh, there, look, there's a cuddly monkey. Brilliant. Oh, no, it's not a monkey. Is that a koala or is it a sloth? A sloth. It's a sloth. I think it's a sloth. Oh, so we've had a cuddly elephant and a sloth. Gymnasio says, I like the stream on Twitch. Thank you very much, buddy. So, Debbie, 300 metres to go. I reckon everybody's keeping their pets and their cuddly toys in a box next to their treadmills so they can show them every time they want to. Debbie Colville, 300 metres to go. She's making an effort. You can see how hard she's working. Look at her teeth grinding there. She's now hitting Paul. Get that cuddly toy away from me. Keep it away from me. Get that sloth off there. Well, here we go. Oh, has Amy got a cuddly toy? Okay, so Debbie Colville is just about to finish. 200 metres to go for Debbie. And then we'll go to Amy, who's got a cuddly toy to show us. Again, Amy Green has her cuddly panda that she wants to show us. So we'll just... well, we know that Debbie's going to get 15th place, don't we? So let's go to Amy Green now. There's Amy with her massive cuddly panda. So we've had a cuddly elephant, a cuddly sloth, and a massive cuddly panda. Adam Koffler says, why aren't you running, Stephen? Because it's far too complicated for me to run, and I never run this event. I always commentate on this event just because it's far easier for me to control everything. I have to have Victoria here helping me as well, but there is Debbie with her panda, Amy with her panda. Debbie's just crossed the line. Matt Gould is next. So Matt Gould is in 17th position with 300 metres to go. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Paul, and thank you, Paul and Debbie. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Neil, for your cuddly elephant as well. So this is Matt Gold. A new PB for Debbie. 28 minutes 55 for Debbie. Fantastic. Well done, Debbie. Great stuff. Matt Gold has 200 metres to go in 17th position. He's safe in 17th because James Downs is a minute and 10 seconds behind. So Matt is comfortable. Just coming towards the end now. Kim Salt says, I love the panda, Amy. Adam Koffler's called me a slacker. Yeah, well, do you know what? We have Sebastian, who did his first ever marathon today with Eddie Izzard. Now, I did run the marathon today, but I'm too much of a slacker, like Adam says, to do the 5K. But Sebastian is running today, and we'll get to Sebastian in a minute. Leo says, is it right that Eddie is running 2 marathons on the last day? Yes. Starting at 9 a.m, Eddie Izzard will run 2 marathons on Sunday, so we've got a lot of work to do on Sunday. Matt Gould is heart rate of 176, so working very hard. Coming into the finish, 17th place in 30 minutes and 40 seconds, just about to cross the line. Can he make it under 31 minutes? Hopefully he can. There he goes. And now to James Downs. So well done to Matt Gould, who's finished and done. And there is James Downs, 300 metres to go. James looks tired. No heart rate, but you can see by the look on his face, he's working. He's working to get in under... We need to try and get in under 35 minutes if he can. He's all right. He's nodding. He's okay. He's okay. He's going to get this. So we've got James to the end now. 200 metres to go for James. He's going to get it under 35 minutes, definitely. Can we get it under 33 minutes? I think that's the question. A minute and a half to go to get it under 33 minutes. We've got Steve Robinson is next after, and then Sebastian Volt, and then Nut Oderud after that. So 31 minutes 47 seconds for James at the moment. 200 metres to go. We're looking to get him in under 33 minutes, hopefully. Should do it. 100 metres to go with over a minute to do it in, so should in fact get in the next 20 seconds or so. Well done to James. Great effort. Working hard. James, next time you come on, get yourself a heart rate monitor so we can see how hard that heart is working of yours. Good job, though. Well done. And there he goes. Just about to cross the line in 32 minutes. And is it going to be 30 seconds? Come on, James. He's done it, yeah, dead on 30 seconds. 32 minutes and 30 seconds. Stephen Robinson now. Well done, James. Good job. Buenaventura says, good job, guys. Ian Matthews says, come on, James, relax those shoulders. Ben says, nice work, James. Kim Salt says, everyone running here is great. I take about 38 minutes to do 5k. Listen, doesn't matter how long you take. It's the competing, the taking part, and the enjoyment and the social activity. The feeling of community that we get from running these events on Zwift. This is Steve Robinson coming in 20th position, 32 minutes at the moment. Looks like he's relaxed. Heart rate of 143, has 700 meters to go. So we can flick, I think, between Steve and Sebastian. Let's have a look at Sebastian. So Sebastian ran a marathon today. Seb ran a marathon and now is running a 5k. That is pretty fantastic work, Seb. Well done, buddy. And he's got a beautiful beach behind him. Buenaventura said internet drops didn't allow him to join the event today, so he's going to join us again another time. James has a nice setup, says Leo. Steve Smith says, go James. So this is Sebastian. Was it his first ever marathon today? Not just a treadmill marathon, first ever. Okay, so it was Sebastian's first ever marathon today. And not only has he done that, he's now come and joined us on the Film My Run video 5k, which is quite splendid, isn't it? Let's have a look at Knut Oderud from Norway, who has 600 meters to go, heart rate of 145 BPM, 22nd position. Well done to Knut. And 9.3 kilometers an hour, there he is. And we're wondering what that gear is behind him. Is it climbing gear? Does anybody know what that is that Knut has behind him there? But he's working hard. Heart rate of 149 now as he approaches nearer the finish. And it is close between them all. Is it going to be a bit of a race? Can we have a race? Because Steve Robinson, yes please, Steve Robinson is slowing down a little bit by the looks of it and is being caught by Sebastian Vaught. So Steve is in 20th place. Doesn't look like he's too worried either. He doesn't look concerned because Sebastian Vaught has found a. Oh right, now he's seen that he's been overtaken. Sebastian Vaught is going for it now. He wants to get the win of these three guys. Nut is closing in as well on Steve. So Steve needs to up his game and has done. Steve has sped up. 300 meters to go for these guys. Nut is in 22nd place, but he's only 3 seconds behind Steve Robinson. So there's Nut. Steve Robinson is... Nut has just reached his weekly goal. I hope he doesn't stop because of that. Don't stop, Nut. Keep going. There's Nut. Right behind Steve Robinson, although Steve has sped up now and is now a race between Steve Robinson and Sebastian Vaught, and Sebastian won't let this happen. Come on, Seb's going to speed up. Who is going to get this? 200 meters to go, and it looks like Sebastian might be giving it to Steve Robinson because, bless him, Seb has run 42 kilometers before this, and I think Seb is allowing Steve to cross the line first. So Steve Robinson in 20th position, just about to cross the line. Heart rate 160, has put a good effort in there at the end. 36 minutes 30 seconds. Is going to cross the line any second now. Well done to Steve. Although Seb's coming right at him. Oh, Seb's got him on the line. Seb's got him on the line. Amazing. So, oh, wow. Seb is just putting a massive burst of speed at the end there. And he has got it. 20th position. Caught Steve out. Steve's just finished. And that's fantastic. And then Knut comes in behind in 22nd position for Norway. How hilarious. Brilliant. Well done, everybody. So that is the Film My Run video 5K. Thank you, everybody, for taking part. Who have we still got? Do you want to just run through whoever we've still got on? So there's Steve Robinson. Well done, Steve. Good job, buddy. Who else have we got? There's Nut. Paul Hayward. Well done to Paul. Good job, Paul. James Downs. Good job, James. Thank you very much for taking part. Paul and Debbie, well done, guys. Thank you very much to you two for taking part as well. There's Amy. Well done, Amy. Just walking it out, recovering. Matt Gould. There's Matt. Thank you, Matt, for taking part. Well done. Hopefully, we'll see you all again next week. Seb there as well. There's Seb. Well done. His towel on his head, absolutely shattered. That was a massive effort at the end there, just to overtake Steve Robinson right at the final bit there. Fantastic. Good job, everybody. Brilliant work. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you all next week for the Film My Run video 5K. Thank you so much for taking part. Well done to everybody. Well done to Bob de Boer for winning a very multinational race today. Tina Beard says, good job, everybody. Paul Hayward says, well done, Sebastian and Steve. Leo's going to run 30 miles tomorrow. Well done, Seb. Kim says, great job. Go, Debbie. And that's it. Take care. We'll see you all next time for the next Film My Run video 5K. Bye-bye.